Most people think economics is a study of money, personal finance, or a set of formulas to predict the stock market. But at the level of a whole society, money is just an artificial device to get real things done. If you want to understand economics, you have to look past the paper currency. Think about two situations that seem completely unrelated: a middle-class family stressing over their monthly budget to afford a house, and a military medic arriving on a chaotic battlefield, deciding which wounded soldiers get immediate care. Both of these scenarios collide with the exact same physical constraint: scarcity. Scarcity simply means that what everybody wants adds up to more than there is. There is never enough beachfront property, and there are almost never enough doctors and medications to treat everyone at once. If we lived in the Garden of Eden, we would have an ongoing system of production and distribution, but we wouldn't have an economy. In an environment of unlimited abundance, there is no need to economize. You never have to make a trade-off. But outside of Eden, resources like land, labor, and medicine are strictly limited, and they all have alternative uses. Wood can build a house, or it can be turned into paper. Every society on Earth needs a system to decide how those limited resources are allocated. When that system is efficient, societies prosper. When it fails, they collapse. Historically, many societies tried to solve this allocation problem from the top down. A feudal Nord or a Soviet central planner would simply look at a map and issue direct commands to build these massive hydroelectric dams, or plant specific amounts of wheat in specific regions. The fatal flaw of central planning is the sheer volume of data. A modern economy contains millions of interconnected variables. There are too many moving parts, changing too quickly, for any single central brain or government agency to calculate and coordinate sensibly. Instead, free markets solve this through prices. Prices are often misunderstood as arbitrary tolls slapped on goods by corporate executives. In reality, they form a highly sensitive, decentralized worldwide web of communication. To see how this map operates, imagine a disastrous weather event hits Argentina. A significant portion of their wheat crop is wiped out. There is now less wheat available globally. That remote event instantly triggers a reaction halfway across the world. A farmer in Ukraine notices the global price of wheat is rising. He doesn't need to know anything about the weather in Argentina. He just sees that he can earn more money, so he plants more wheat to fill the void. The price mechanism took an unimaginably complex global reality and summarized it into a single actionable number. It communicated to data and coordinated the response faster than any government bureaucracy ever could. But a communication network only works if people actually follow the signals. That is where profits and losses come in. They are the ruthless enforcers. A free market is a profit and loss system, and both sides of that equation drive efficiency. In 1929, the A&P grocery chain was the undisputed largest retailer anywhere in the world, operating 15,000 stores. But conditions changed. Competitors found better methods, and A&P collapsed. No corporate giant is immune to competition. United States Steel forged the metal for the Panama Canal, the Empire State Building, and millions of automobiles. Yet they plummeted down the industry rankings as new rivals offered consumers cheaper, better alternatives. From the standpoint of society, these business losses and bankruptcies are essential. They force managers to stop wasting scarce resources, like labor and raw materials, on products that consumers no longer value. The entire system short-circuits when governments introduce a glitch: price controls. When politicians legally cap prices to stop inflation, they stop the flow of information. The economy grinds to a halt, shelves go bare, and desperate queues form outside closed doors. You cannot trick the physical reality of scarcity by simply changing the price tag. Masking the signal doesn't fix the underlying shortage. It only creates unseen disasters, driving goods into black markets, encouraging mass hoarding, and forcing product quality to deteriorate. The internal logic of this market algorithm, the interplay between scarcity, price signals, and economic consequences, reveals the underlying mechanics behind every major global trend. Apply it to work and pay. Wages are the price of labor. Minimum wage laws act exactly like price controls on apartments or gasoline. When the legal price of labor is set above what the market signals, it creates a surplus. Only in this case, the surplus is a pool of unhired workers. Apply it to inflation. As this balancing scale shows, a rising national price level is not a mystery. It is the mathematical result of an influx of money weighing down one side, chasing the exact same amount of scarce goods. Without a corresponding increase in actual physical output, prices must rise to balance the equation. Apply it to international trade. Global trade is not a zero-sum game, where one country wins and another loses. It is simply natural resources and manufactured goods following price signals, migrating across borders to wherever they are most highly valued. Economics has nothing to say about moral values or social philosophies. It doesn't tell you what to care about. As economist Thomas Sowell points out, it is a study of cause and effect, documenting the logical consequences of the trade-offs we choose to make. Every time you step up to the ballot box, your vote affects these economic policies. We cannot opt out of these decisions. Our only choice is whether we make those choices informed, uninformed, or